To be fair, their high priest just died.
Does that excuse being rude? Excluding folk? Come off it. They wouldn't let me in. Spouted some tripe about my sort and absolutist murderers. I only wanted to sit down a minute.
I thought priests were meant to be polite.
So did I.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome. Good luck out there.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on.
I'm looking for a killer. A dwarf. Dressed in red. Just like you.
How dare you? Accusing an upstanding citizen like me of being a dwarf? I'm a halfling, you oaf!
It's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his...
Variance is this thing without wit, by honored fools, and...
It's salty, it's stink. I can't hear. Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be?
How about the flop house?
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art?
Shortages. Rationing. We can't leave anything to chance.
If it'll make you feel better, then fine. 15 loaves it is. If you're here to shop, just buy what's needed, all right? Some people are panic buying. Let's not add to the problem.
Fruit? Vegetables? What can I do you for?
It's just unpleasant and easy with them eyes.
Whatever for? Does the hand not assist? Mighty Mars needs...
I got it. And thanks.
If you are in need of some pleasurable assistance, might I direct you to Shares's Caress? I only deal with referrals.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Afraid so. I found new evidence, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
Who's Devala?
My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found?
I spoke with Father Lorgan's corpse. He was killed by a dwarf dressed in red, not Brilgor.
That doesn't make sense. Why would this dwarf kill Father Lorgan? I need something more than vague allegations. Look, I appreciate the amateur investigator act. It's oddly flattering, with emphasis on the odd. But without hard evidence and an alternate motive, I consider this case closed.
You have the key to my heart.
Don't you two have rocks for brains? What were you thinking?
Much more than your fate and mine rests on it. You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes, give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
I feel empty. What did you do?
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us.
I trust the Ithalid more than I trust you.
Oh, come. It's the reason you're in this predicament. And I'm your only way out of it. Indulge me, and at least hear me out. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
astral prism?
In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prism that you need, not the illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Go on.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
Sounds too good to be true.
Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem.
It's very convenient that you have exactly what I need.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
What are you hoping to get out of all this?
Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
What exactly is the crown?
Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
The idea of you ruling all 9 hells doesn't fill me with joy.
The hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them.
Why haven't you got the hold of the crown already?
It was stolen from right under my nose all those centuries ago. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years. For a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play.
It must really annoy you that some mortals managed to steal the crown when you couldn't.
Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
I'll control the crown myself once I have the nether stones.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Arch-wizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart.
I'd rather destroy the crown than risk it falling into the wrong hands again.
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world.
Oh, I really don't know. Do I do the deal or not? I do not know. I mean, if he ever does, you know,
And if a patron confuses me for
messes
another
up and betrays us, we can just kill him, couldn't we?
Probably break his...
Teresa's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle.
Slow down, sweetie.
Yes, darling.
Dancelon's
Very
dancing
leather-like.
axe. This is the Harper's gathering place.
It depends on the person and their virility.
Well, we're shopping for a suit. Dinner with
Give up
my
a kidney for a tour of the Steelwatch Foundry.
More Germans, and I doubt they'll be the last.
Did you get to see their diamond exhibition? Or the marketing modules?
Fabulous sale.
Hi! Over here! Me!
You told me the armor was a bargain.
You tried to climb up one, you madman!
I got it. How else was I supposed to find the rock things?
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Actually, Gortash invented the steel watch.
We could also betray him if we need to. I agree to the deal. Where do I sign?
Right here. You'll find everything is in order. The moment I have your signature, you will have the means to free Orpheus. The hammer. You guarantee the crown will be mine once the brain is defeated, and I swear that I will never use the crown to dominate a mortal.
What happens if I don't give you the crown when the time comes?
I will come to collect. If you refuse to give me the crown, I collect your souls instead. And then we all gather in the House of Hope. Me dressed in my finest silks, you skinless, hanging from a hook to watch as your world dies. Perfect. One more rhyme, for old time's sake. The master was slain within his own house. They dined on him both, the cat and the mouse. The hammer is yours. You will find yourself in Orpheus's presence before the end comes. When you do, shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the hammer safe. Until then, your survival depends on it. And I'll keep your contract safe in my House of Hope. I'll be seeing you, and when I do, we dine.
The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a diabolus can offer some comfort, or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break.
Breath, Ronald. Why does Worm's Crossing have so few lot-ins? We need at least a double bed.
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
Great! We can bunk with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers. We'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity. I just want somewhere warm and safe.
You are safe, my love. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. Exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
Ooh, this is good.
Hear me. Teresa's caress also has roots.
I might actually use this.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
There you are.
lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
It was Raphael.
Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you?
He offered me a deal.
How very gumptious of him. What were the terms of this deal?
He offered me the means to free Orpheus in exchange for the crown on top of the brain.
Tell me, you turned him down.
It was a good deal. I accepted.
I was absent for 1 moment. If there is one thing you can be certain of, it's that the devil will come to collect. But that is your problem. I will not let you put our survival at risk. I have Orpheus well under control. Stay away from him. Now come. We have an Elder Brain to destroy.
Destiny waits in the wings. Find the brain, destroy it, and seize that crown.
Brothel? Pleasure house? Den of decadent delights?
Oh, safe, my love.
Babe, it's your birthday. You deserved it.
Indolence breeds madness.
The Gondians built this thing.
Yes, darling.
At least things have stayed interesting.
How long do the effects last?
It depends on the person and their virility.
I love to talk.
For you, I'd recommend...
I'd sooner have imagined shattering a planet with my bare fist than taking a deal with a devil. But we shouldn't regret the bargain, not for 1 instant. Raphael can have his crown, if it means breaking Prince Orpheus free.
Let's hope Orpheus doesn't rip off our heads the moment we free him.
The prince will be suspicious, but he won't be reckless enough to turn on his liberators. There'd be too little to gain from our deaths, and too much to lose. Now, to the Shares's Caress taproom. We must tell Voss the news.
Whatever for.
I put it on especially for you.
Voss, friend to the Comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
Show him the hammer.
So quick to share it with him. This is not wise.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. Can it be? Will the mighty Prince Orpheus soon illuminate the astral plane?
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. Let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
Is there any way I can convince you?
No, there is not.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought. Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
What happened to the other? What happened to the other weapon he had? What the fuck? Orpheus sensed the tadpole before, and his guard attacked. Won't he attack if we free him?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
So I was gonna get it. Damn it. I'm just gonna reload so I can buy it from him. I'm just making this a short video and make a new one.